Pelosi bashed Trump over economic Armageddon, forced to eat her own words, by Dan Lindsay, Politics, U.S. News from AdWorldNews.com. After bashing President Donald Trump, claiming that he's starting an economic Armageddon, liberal hack Nancy Pelosi is being made to eat her words. You don't want to miss this. House Minority Leader Nancy Pelosi has caused the Democratic Party a tremendous amount of embarrassment during her many years in political office. Now the problem with Pelosi just seems to be getting worse after she accused President Donald Trump of starting an economic Armageddon without realizing that she'd have to eat her own words. On Friday, March 9, 2018, Mark Short, Trump's White House Director of Legislative Affairs and Assistant to the President, appeared on Fox News' Varney and Company with a brutal message for Pelosi after booming job numbers were reported for the month of February. Short's interview was focused on responding to Pelosi over her incessant trashing of the president's tax cut bill, which has created more jobs and put more money back into the bank accounts of hard-working Americans. The brutal reality for Pelosi is that over 4.4 million working Americans spread across over 400 corporations have been given a bonus due to Trump's tax cuts passed in December. Although Pelosi recently flip-flopped on her initial statement that the bonuses were crumbs, she still maintains that the tax cut bill was passed for the benefit of corporations and the one-percenters in our country. We're excited about all the changes we've made from a regulatory perspective, as well as the tax relief that's allowing the private sector to take off, Short said. So let's just take a listen what they said here.
We're excited about all the changes we've made from a regulatory perspective, as well as the tax relief that's allowing the private sector to take off.
Mark, I don't know whether you've seen this or not yet, but for the benefit of our viewers, I'll tell you what's happening here. Nancy Pelosi has just released a statement on the jobs report. Here it is. February's job report shows that while jobs continue to be created, working Americans are still not getting the bigger paychecks they deserve. Strong job growth means little to the American workers forced to work multiple jobs because of stagnant wages. Next case, Republicans passed a debt-exploding GOP tax scam that hands massive windfalls to the rich and to corporations on the backs of hard-working Americans. Well, there you have it, Mark. What do you say?
Well, Nancy Pelosi said that the tax package would be an economic Armageddon. She said that it would be crumbs, and yet today we have 4.4 million workers across America who have either received a pay raise or a bonus. We have 432 companies we know of that have announced those pay raises and wage increases. I think that Nancy Pelosi continues to remain out of touch. Maybe she wishes to go back to the Obama years when our GDP averaged 1.8%. We had no wage inflation, no wage growth. We think that the numbers are exactly perfectly in line, does not stoke inflation fears, yet at the same time is providing a number that is 0.5% above CPI as far as wage inflation growth. So I just think that her perspective of what economic Armageddon looks like continues to remain out of touch.
Can I ask you about the meeting between President Trump and Kim Jong-un of North Korea? I want to go beyond the news that they're going to meet.
Well, Mark Short is correct. Nancy Pelosi is grasping at straws in a pathetic attempt to find some kind of fault with President Trump and his tax cuts. The bottom line is that there have been tremendous benefits for American workers and households since the tax bill was passed. Leave it to the Democrats to continue resisting when there is no reason to resist. They continue to bash Trump when there is no reason to do so. The end result will be much like the presidential election results in 2016, where Democrats saw a huge number of voters disenfranchised with their never-ending nonsense. President Donald Trump has done more for our country in just over 1 year than former President Barack Obama did during his entire 8 years in office. When it comes to business sense and economic growth, there isn't anyone who can hold a candle to Donald Trump. And I might add, with all the backlash that he has to deal with and everyone in the media against him and at every turn they try to stop him, and look at how much he has accomplished. I mean, hats off to him. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. And again, thank you so much for watching.